evening, everyone. Sorry about that. Our internet started going cray on us. And anyway, we have a new story for you guys tonight. It's called The Music Teacher in Room 12. So, sorry about that. My hair's wet because I just got out of the shower. I needed to get cleaned up because soon Chris and I are gonna go to Funplex and just hang out with the family, maybe do some swimming. So anyway, I think we're all good now. So today is July 5th. Also, just want to let you guys know that it's also the anniversary of my stepfather Alex Killigan's anniversary, the day he passed. So it's been 9 years since that happened. But yeah, so 9 years ago today is the anniversary. I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing okay, and I'm also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. I'm still working on getting my second novel to be published and released on Amazon. Today was a wonderful day, but my husband was doing DoorDash today after he got finished with the church thing. So I also would like to thank everyone who watched my show every night. Also would like to thank people who subscribed to my channel. And it's been amazing since I started this. It's only been like a year. So whoever's watching this, I just want to say thank you. And you guys are amazing fans. Also, people who are into ready for the new story. It's something to do with music and whatever, maybe the music teacher, let's say a spirit of the music teacher. I love music. In my defense, my father's father, my grandfather, actually was a musician, and singing pretty much runs in the family. So it took me years to learn a lot of music, like the words of the songs, the melody, the tones, the lyrics, and everything. But before I end up singing the lyrics to the songs, when I was in school, we used to warm up our voices. So it took a while, but music pretty much comes to me whenever it wants to, like say the original songs, but it took me a while to learn. So I've never met my dad's father, but yeah, singing is in my blood. So the dancing is in my blood, but sometimes I need a break from dancing and from rehearsing a lot. So, but I could actually hear the music in my brain. Anyway, I just want to say thank you guys, and we are getting ready for the trip. In 3 months, we're actually going to go to Kansas City, just hang out, go out to eat, explore, especially investigation at the Sally house. So it is haunted, and there is a child named Sally. She died very young. She was 5 years old. I don't know what killed her, but she is still in that house. A lot of people went to the Sally house, had a lot of paranormal experience in that house. They took a tour in that house and they experienced a lot of paranormal shit. So that's what Chris and I are doing in 3 months. Also, we are just gonna, relax and hang out, maybe talk to some people or whatever. And hopefully next month we go to Columbus, Nebraska and hang out with his friends. Aren't we doing that next month?
At some point, yeah, I gotta check with Ray.
Yeah, you might want to give him a call and see if he wants to have a reunion with you.
Cool.
Yeah, so we just have to, Chris has to talk to his friends and see if he's available to, have a reunion between Chris and Ray. Ray and his husband, Eric. So it reminds me of, other people. Oh, my husband also says, and we'll go out for barbecue, eat ribs and brisket. You will have hot dog with ketchup. Yes, of course I will. I love ketchup. I love hot dogs. So anyway, I hope you guys are ready for the story. So anyway, music, it's an amazing thing. Okay, a lot of people have invented a lot of music, like with anything. Songs were invented, bunch of other screening, whatever, a lot of noise going on. He also says we'll also go to the Waffle House for breakfast. Definitely. We are definitely going to the Waffle House to get some breakfast. Breakfast is more important meal of the day. So what I had for breakfast this morning was a bagel with peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Some people are allergic to it, some people are not, but that's okay. So anyway, let's get started on the story. I hope you guys are ready for it. Anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for being here and watching my show. We're getting closer to 200 videos, and we're gonna continue doing all those podcast videos. So I have 45 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you. Oh, hi! Thank you for participating. Are you guys ready for the new story? Because I'm ready. And thank you, whoever just logged in. Anyway, yes, so let's get started on the story. Just sit back, relax, and please click like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. Oh, that's a good question, where I'm from. I am originally from, I was born in Russia, okay? And I moved to Kearney, Nebraska when I was a kid. It's been 25 years now since then. And I am here now living with my husband, Chris, and we have a little kitty. So thank you for joining. You guys are awesome. So let's get started on the story. So I love paranormal. My husband loves it too. My family, yeah, they're just very skeptical. I've been skeptical my entire life. So thank you guys for being here. Dr. Heath, Thank you for joining and participating. So let's get started on the story. We're still on episode 185. We are still on season 5. So we're getting closer to 200 episodes. All right, so let's get started. Danny had always believed that schools kept sounds longer than they kept policies. You can repaint a wall, replace a principal, or switch out curriculum, but a building remembers music bells, shuffling feet, and the exact echo of children trying not to laugh in hallways meant for discipline. That was one reason she took the after-school piano lesson job at North Park Community Center when the attached elementary school wing was otherwise empty. The center rented out former classrooms for lessons, tutoring, and small arts programs until 8 p.m. Room 12 had once been a music room and still contained an upright piano no one had the budget to move. Danny loved the room immediately, despite its dim corners and old acoustic tiles. On her second week there, she noticed something odd and metronome on the piano was always wound to 72 no matter where she left it. The first few times she reset it without thinking. By the fifth, she knew someone or something was doing it on purpose. The center's evening receptionist, a man with no patience for dramatic speculation, said only that room 12 had a reputation for preferring proper tempo. When Danny pressed, an older volunteer named Mrs. Sue, I don't know, H is probably the silent one, so offered more decades earlier. The room belonged to a music teacher named Mrs. Albright, known equally for her strict timing and the kindness she reserved for children who froze under pressure during a winter performance season. I think the kids are probably don't know what's going on. For me, I think that there is something to do with the former music teacher who died many decades before another teacher took position as the music teacher. So let me know what you guys think about this story. And right after this story, we'll be doing questions and answers. So just let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's related to any of these stories? For me, I think they're all related because when I do these stories, it makes me feel like I'm the reporter for this because these stories are for the dead and for all of you guys who watch my show. Thank you guys for being here no matter what, being supportive. My husband here, supportive. Even my little kitten, well, she's like 10, so. Anyway, let's continue on the story. Miss Albright suffered a fatal stroke in the middle of after-school rehearsal while insisting on one more run-through of a hymn arrangement. Since then, the old piano in room 12 was said to retune itself in subtle ways and disagree with certain sloppy students. Danny rolled her eyes outwardly and then later that night found her forgotten lesson notebook open on the piano bench with a red pencil mark under one note. Retardento does not mean panic. Yeah, this word is a little weird for me, so it's kind of hard for me to pronounce it sometimes, any of these words. So my brain kind of shuts down every time I hear these hard words or hard questions to answer them. This is why I have a lot of problems. So anyway, let's continue on the story. I hope that this makes any sense to you guys. So let's continue on. Because after this, I'm probably just gonna get ready for bed. Or I gotta take care of my laundry and then get ready for bed. Hopefully I'll finish my book before I go to bed. I really need to finish reading it. I'm reading Stephen King, The Wizard in Glass, The Dark Tower, number 4. I hope this story literally makes a lot of sense. Sorry about that. My voice can be very dry and scratchy. That's why I need something to drink to make sure it doesn't go dry and scratchy at the same time. Maybe I'll probably just drink some tea or something. I've been in Bellevue, Nebraska for like 2 years now. So anyway, but yeah, I've been with my husband about 2 years. But we've been dating for what, 3 years?
Yes.
We were dating for 3 years and now we're living together for 2 years. So anyway, let's continue on the story. If you love these stories, just give me heart emoji, give me thumbs up, and let me know what you guys think. You can give me any opinions about it, and just let me know if it breaks your heart with a lot of these stories. So every time I read the stories, my heart breaks, no matter what. I also lost someone through a stroke about a month ago. I actually lost my great uncle to the stroke. He was 84 and he was sick for a long time. I just never had a chance to go back to my country and see my uncle, my mom's uncle, but my great uncle. So anyway, I know what it's like to lose someone towards that illness. My grandmother died from asthma. My grandfather died from type 1 diabetes. My great uncle died from stroke just a month ago. So I lost my stepfather to, I don't know, he killed himself because of his brain tumor. That's what happened. It's kind of hard for my mom, so that's why she never talks about it. But it's good to talk about it, but we're okay. We sold our house back in Kearney, so that's why I moved, because it's hard. Bad memories, that's why I'm here. And sorry, my microphone is probably acting up, so I need to unplug it and plug it back in. There we go. I hope you guys can hear me now because my microphone somehow started acting weird. So I hope this works out. Anyway, let's continue on the story. Sorry about that. I just hope it doesn't do anything weird. So, anyway, let's continue on. I hope you guys are 1000% interested listening to these stories because I love reading ghost stories. I actually have a collection of the books. I need to read them all. So, anyway, let's continue on. That would have been charming if it happened once. It stopped being charming when the ghost showed preferences, a talented but arrogant 12-year-old named Cullen, who rushed every piece like he was late to somewhere better, found his page turned, mysteriously stuck together until he slowed down and counted properly. A shy student who always stopped at the same wrong note during a recital piece arrived 1 week to discover that passage circled gently with the fingering corrected in neat, old-fashioned script during stormy evenings. Bless you.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. When the community center emptied and only the maintenance crew remained, Danny would hear the upper register tested after she closed the lid. Single notes, then paired intervals, like someone checking whether the instrument had held its temperament for one more day. She never saw anyone. She also stopped pretending nothing was happening. The first real sighting came during recital week in December. Danny stayed late to practice with Mia, a nervous 10-year-old who had good hands and terrible stage fear. After Mia left, Danny sat alone in room 12, correcting attendance slips. From the hallway came the soft click of low heels. The door propped open a moment before drifted shut without slamming in the reflection of the piano's polished wood. A woman appeared standing by the blackboard in a dark skirt and cardigan, one hand holding a stack of sheet music to her waist. Her hair was pinned up, her posture radiated the kind of precise patience that can become terror in the wrong teacher and salvation in the right one. Miss Albright stepped to the piano, opened the lid, and played the opening line of Mia's recital piece, exactly as Danny had been trying unsuccessfully to teach it. Not slower, not simpler, but calmer, each phrase with room enough to breathe. Sorry about that, guys. My voice can be a little weird because something's making me cough or sound a little strange. So let's continue on. We're almost done with the story. We're like halfway over. So we're in about 24 minutes by now. Danny listened without moving. When the line ended, Miss Albright looked not at her but toward the empty student chair. She thinks the audience is a judgment, she said. Her voice sounded like paper turning dry, but not cold. It is only another room. Then she played the line again. This time, softer at the transitions, as if demonstrating not the notes, but the relationship between fear and space. Danny tried the phrase herself. After the ghost vanished, it worked. More importantly, it was teachable. The next afternoon, she gave Mia exact that wording. It's only another room, and watched the girl's shoulders drop for the first time all week. On recital night, Mia played cleanly through the once failed section and cried only afterward. From then on, Danny's relationship with Room 12 changed from wary to collaborative. She began leaving sharpened red pencils in the piano bench and found them used only on students who needed precision. Never humiliation. Tempo markings appeared in margins. Forgotten music books were returned to the correct cubbies before anyone admitted leaving them. Once, after a parent suggested Danny was too soft on a struggling child, the parent's chair in the waiting area somehow ended up directly under the buzzing fluorescent tube. Until she moved it herself, Danny took private satisfaction in that Miss Albright, she realized, was not haunting Room 12 to preserve authority. She was preserving standards in service of children, which is a different and rarer thing. On the final lesson night before spring break, Danny stayed behind to cover the piano and stack recital chairs. Room 12 felt unusually still. No tested intervals, no metronome clicks, no scratch of red pencil. She stood by the door longer than necessary, uneasy in the way people become when an invisible routine fails to occur. Then she noticed the blackboard, written in perfect chalk script, were 6 words. They need courage more than perfection. Beneath them, on the ledge, lay an old silver baton no one had seen in the school inventory. Danny knew without logic she could explain that the message was not an ending so much as a handoff. The baton now lives in the top drawer of the piano bench. She has never used it, but she keeps it polished. The center still books Room 12 for lessons, though now there's a waiting list because children somehow do well in there. Danny smiles when parents say the room has good energy. That's one word for it. Another is supervision. Another is legacy. Another is haunting. If people insist, but Danny prefers to think Miss Albright continued exactly as she had lived, counting beats, correcting fear, and refusing to let bad teaching outlast her. Just because death interrupted payroll in a world full of institutions that forget what children actually need, Room 12 at least remains stubbornly exact about the basics. This is so tragic about this teacher and another child that passed away. I'm guessing 2 people have passed away. So it is sad. Perhaps there is a 12-year-old who died and another teacher died, I guess. There's a lot of people who die at school during teaching kids about any history or music or any other classes. So, what did you guys think of the story? Was it so sad and tragic about it? Did it help? Did it make any sense to you all? For me, it's kind of sad and tragic, and it's relatable. So, what did you think about the story?
Good story.
It's also a good story too. Anyway, I hope it made any sense to you all. I just hope it does to me. So, anyway, let's continue on, but now we're gonna go towards the questions. If you guys have any questions, leave me a comment down below right here on live stream, and let me know what did you guys think about it. So we have 10 questions and 10 answers. I will try my best to give you the answers. You guys can help me out as well if you wish to. So let's get started. This episode is almost done because I have other shit to do, especially like laundry. I got to get ready for tomorrow. Maybe I'll have something before I go to bed, like maybe a little healthy snack or whatever. Anyway, let's continue on. Would you keep teaching in room 12 after seeing the red pencil marks? I definitely would. So, if I saw pencils moving by themselves, writing something in the notebooks, I definitely would. So, would you?
Yes.
If you ever saw pencils moving by themselves, would you like be brave enough to see it or like be happy about it? If you
Yes.
Would you ever want to communicate with the spirits?
Yes.
I definitely would. So let me ask you guys who are watching the show from home. Would you ever do the same thing? If you ever saw a ghost, would you approach it? And would you take the spirit's advice? Would you continue doing with their methods about teaching kids with music, or would you run away and hide or something if you're afraid? Let me know in the comments if you ever done that. Let's go to number 2. Do you think Miss Albright stayed for the music, the children, or the standards? Well, I think that she stayed because of for the kids and music. She loved working with kids who loved playing their music, like for the recitals. You know, as I said in the beginning of this episode, I love music. Music runs in my blood. So if I want to play my music, I would probably go on YouTube and type any songs and I would play it. And I would like literally sing along with it or something like that. I definitely would. I used to play the guitar, but that's just for fun. I played the piano just for fun, maybe at my friend's house, but that was a long time ago. I haven't done that in like 20 years. So anyway, but it was fun. So I just play my music on my phone on YouTube because it's fun for me. Like whenever I hear some music or whatever, I would literally think of my grandfather on my father's side. I would think of him, I would honor him, even though I never met him as a child. He died like 9 years ago. So, anyway, I would definitely honor my granddad. So, I miss him, even though I never met him, but still. Anyway, I think Mrs. Albright stayed for the music and stayed for the kids. Well, she's helping other living teachers to do a correct way to teach kids. And they must have taken advice and they would honor this teacher who died decades before. So they would actually take their advice and teach the right way. So for me, it's the kids. Let's go to number 3. What was more unsettling, the notes in the margins or seeing her in the piano reflections? Wow, that is freaky and weird shit. But I think it's seeing her reflection. It's not just the notes in the margins. It's actually seeing her spirit inside or something. Like you can also see her spirit in the mirror and maybe inside the piano. So same question for you and for everyone who's watching my show. What was more unsettling, the notes in the margins or seeing her in the piano reflection?
Piano reflection.
I agree. It's definitely the piano reflection thing. So anyway, whoever participated early today or tonight, same question for you. What was more unsettling, the notes in the margins or seeing her in the piano reflection? Let me know in the comments down below if this can be unsettling for you. Heath Q1, Dr. Heath, or I don't know if you're a doctor or not. So, do you think you ever seeing a ghost in the piano reflection? Or do you think the notes in the margins would be more unsettling? Let me know if you think this can scare anyone. I mean, I think seeing her spirit in the piano reflection is a lot scary, but I'm not afraid of spirits. I'm not afraid to communicate with the dead. I can help them move on by telling them the truth, and I just hope they realize what was really happening. Maybe they no longer belong into our world. They should find the light, go into it, and be at peace. I would tell them that too. Let's go to number 4. We're almost done here. Why do school music rooms make such effective ghost story settings? Well, the reason why is because they have a lot of memories and history of it. there's like a lot of memories in that room where you've seen kids go in and out of that room, take lessons, and make lots of memories, and there's laughter. So this is where they made their memories and a lot of history. Older kids, younger kids. But yes, there's a lot of good memories there. Some are bad, but that's okay. They've gone a lot of through these memories. It's a lot of history. You know, I took music lessons as a kid, singing lessons, dance lessons as a child. I grew up, you know, how I turned out, and I still love playing music whenever I'm in a mood. Okay, so my producer and I, we go shopping everywhere, and we hear music playing through the speakers, like through the ceiling. And every time we go, my producer ends up dancing around all the time. And I know how to dance, but I'm just taking a break because I have horrible pain in my right knee. So if I dance way too much, my knee is going to have a lot of problems. Okay? I have patellomephoral syndrome in my right knee, which is a lot of pain. I've had it since I was a young child. I just didn't know it. So maybe it's because I fell off my bike and started feeling pain. But I've had it since I was very young. So I can create a lot of memories anywhere I go. Doesn't even matter. So, like I said, my producer and I go shopping and we hear a lot of music, and he dances too. And I'm like, okay. I guess I end up dancing too, but just not the whole music through. So we just continue on shopping, and then we go home and relax or something. Anyway, but room 12 can be very effective is because of a lot of memories. There's sad ones, happy ones, bad memories, maybe good ones. But that's just how our history goes on, especially at school. I never went back to my school because it turned into a church. And whenever I went through that school, like as the reunion, well, at the church, of course, I did not recognize my school anymore because I couldn't remember that much about it anymore because it's been 20 years for me. So I left Kearney High in 2008 and 2009. And once I left, I never looked back, and I just forgotten everything about it. But I could still remember some good memories to it. And now I've forgotten everything about it. So anyway, let's go to number 5. All right, guys, we have 5 questions left before I sign off. Was Danny right to use the ghost's advice in teaching Mia? Yes. Yes. Mia was right about it. Danny was right about it. So if Danny didn't take the advice, her method would be very different, sloppy. So I think Danny did the right thing. Yes. Mia was looking forward to her recital with her music lessons, and Danny somehow felt happy that she took advice from a spirit. Mrs. Albright, I think that was her name. She passed away decades before the new generation of kids gone to that same school, and new teachers took over all the classes, and music teachers as well, principals, um, school boards, and everything. But I'm so glad that Danny took that advice. I mean, if I were her, I probably would do the exact same thing. Yes. All right, guys, let's go to number 6. What do you make of the line, "It is only another room"?
It's only another room.
Like my husband said, it's the only another room, but it's not just the room, you guys. It has a lot of history into that room. A lot of kids gone through that room. They did music. They've played a lot of classic music, new music, or whatever. They made history. It has a lot of good story to it. Even though it's abandoned, or they're still using it. There's a lot of memories into that. It's not just a room. It has really good history into it.
Yes, I like the history.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever taken that, but I have taken English.
Cool.
I never took history class, but because no one actually gave me a schedule for it. That's probably why. All right, guys, let's go to number 7. Can strictness and kindness coexist strongly enough to haunt a place?
Yes.
Yes, it can. Because the living and the non-living can actually coexist. I mean, if you guys ever watched the show called Being Human, it's a good show. I mean, a ghost, a vampire, and a werewolf can actually coexist. So they actually agreed to coexist. It's a good show. I mean, they do a lot of weird shit, but they actually agree on their living arrangements. I mean, there's a young girl named Sally. If you ever watched Being Human, like the American version, there was a young girl named Sally Malik. She was killed by her fiance. He thought she cheated on him, but she never did. But she was still killed in that house, and her spirit got bound to that house. So she got trapped because she was murdered. Her fiance panicked and left, but he was happy what he did to her. He didn't give a shit. So he left her for dead. Sally did not know the truth until she finally found out what really happened. It's like the house was telling her how she really died. So she was killed by her fiance, but she didn't know that until it was too late. So it's a good show. I love that show. I haven't seen that show in a while. But anyway, but strictness and kindness, yes, they can coexist. If they did not, we would not be having any strictness and kindness at the same time. You know, my mom, she can be strict about anything, but she's just protecting me no matter what. My husband is here to protect me. So parents are supposed to be like that. They're just protecting their kids from anything. So we're almost done here, guys. Let's go to number 8. Let me know if these questions and answers make any sense to you guys. Just leave me a comment down below if you think this has broken your heart. It broke my heart. It's almost 10 o'clock. So, would you want your child learning in a room with a ghost teacher?
Sure.
Yeah, possibly. If I ever saw a spirit of a teacher from centuries ago, I definitely would. Yes. I mean, I would be brave enough to um, approach the teacher who died a long time ago. She loved teaching kids with music because she, I don't know, learned how to do music herself when she was younger. Apparently, she got obsessed with it, and no matter what happens, this is how she died, by teaching kids. She died loving being a teacher to anyone. I don't know how old she was, but it's been many, many decades now. So, I definitely would. So, okay, guys, we are in 15 minutes now. We're almost done. Let me ask you guys at home, would you want your child learning in a room with a ghost teacher? Let me know in the comments down below if you think your child should learn music from a spirit of a teacher. Just let me know if you think if it's okay for a young kid learn music from a dead teacher. Let's go to number 9. All right, guys, we have 2 questions left before I sign off. Why are some haunting stories more about membership than fear? That's a good question. I think that the membership can be very like devotion or something, dedication instead of fear. Fear is like being afraid of something that you can't be brave enough to see or handle, that sort of thing. A haunting story is like maybe a good haunting. Some can be bad haunting, but like violent way. A lot of spirits who are devoted to their jobs, even in death, they're just devoted and be more memorable or whatever. But I don't have any words for that. It's kind of hard to explain. So, if I were afraid of things like that, I would probably just, I don't know, never leave my house. I would stay where I am and, I don't know, be afraid of everything. But I'm not. So I am a brave person and I can deal with anything except snakes and spiders. Ugh, ugh, and clowns. I am afraid of those things. Spirits? No. I love ghosts. I am listening to ghost stories all the time when I'm asleep. So, all right, guys, we have one more question before I sign off. If a dead teacher corrected your timing but improved your courage, would you accept it?
Yes.
I definitely would, yes. I mean, if I ever spoke to a dead teacher, I would say, thank you, Miss Albright, for teaching me with the correct notes and the melodies and everything else. So I definitely would accept it. It's her job to make sure we got correction with anything. I definitely would. So that's exactly how I would honor this teacher. I would say thank you. I would continue practice and continuation with all the lessons and become a better performer. So I definitely would accept it. So, okay, guys, we are out of time. I just want to say thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. Dr. Heath, thank you for participating. You are amazing person, and thank you for answering or whatever. Thank you for participating, joining to my show. So tomorrow we'll be doing the new story. It is called The Couple in Cabin 9. This is a new one, so get ready for tomorrow's episode 186. So have a wonderful night and stay safe, have fun, stay spooky, and may God bless you all. And just thank you for watching and being a part of my show. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it is 9:51 right now. So thank you guys, and see you all tomorrow night. Have a wonderful night. Have amazing summer, and just please click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Good night. Bye.